All right, cousins, all of the ladies have met with the lawyer. They pointed out what they liked and what they didn't like in the contract. And now it's time to sit down and make something shake. Let's listen in.
So we've had a chance to discuss amongst ourselves.
We have, yes.
What have y'all come back with?
Well, I think, as we said earlier, we have put a lot into this podcast.
Cousins, we have not seen one rehearsal. So by, I think she means that they've put a lot of emotions into the podcast leading up to it. You know, a lot of arguing, drama. They have discussed ideas, but for the most part, it's just been a mess.
A lot of meetings. We put our brains, our beauty, our faces, our likeness. And I think considering all things, I think that a fair offer would be just to split it between us and him, 50%.
Amber wants her 50% from Anthony and Wayne, and she wants it today. Now, I did not know they were going to argue ownership. Now, they did come in with the podcast idea, even though he did put the money into it. And so I feel like they should have already spoken about ownership when they brought the podcast idea to him, to let them know we want part ownership. And if you are going to invest in us, that has to be a part of the investment.
It's 50% and we take 50% and split it 5 ways, which is just 10% apiece. I think that is a really fair offer, and it makes us on equal grounds.
Cousins, I was only partially kidding when I said she wants her 50 like from Anthony, because I really think she's in fighting mode. Where's Morgan? Why wasn't Morgan a part of the negotiations? Shouldn't Morgan know more about brand deals and podcasts and contracts? Why are they allowing Amber to speak up for them as a whole? Delicia says she makes more than what he's going to provide just promoting herself online. So I think Delicia and Morgan probably, with all of their, input and the attorney, they should have come up with a contract. But other than that, they are not equal. Wayne invested. They brought the idea, but he invested. He also is providing the production. His name has the leverage. He is going to talk about his podcast and bring over the celebrities, so they really are not equal. They are beautiful. They are the talent. And you know what? They should have argued, if they sat down with her and Wayne, they should have argued, we are about to expose ourselves to the world. Everyone's going to be talking about us, and probably not in a good way. We have to carry with that every day in our lives. And you know what? At the end of the day, you're probably going to write it into one of your comedy acts and get paid double. If we cannot have any ownership, can we please have some brand deals or a little bit on the back end? Can our rate at least go up the second year? Can we install that into the contract? I don't know, but you guys are not equal.
Okay.
I'm sensing like a little bit of apprehension, maybe reserved about it.
I think her only apprehension is her fighting points that she has to take to the table, with beauty and everything else. They put their mind into it and all that. I think she needs a little bit more to fight with, and I think that she's definitely knowing that they're going to refuse the 50%. But let's listen in, and then we're out of here. Thanks for watching Ro Reacts TV, and I'll see you on the next video.
Not necessarily apprehension. And again, I'm going to preface it by saying I don't know. This will be my first time working with Wayne, but I'd imagine that someone of his caliber would give a lot of pushback to 50%.